Hi everyone. Let me start with a question. Have you ever paused and wondered, water, the very thing we take for granted, holds the answers to life's biggest questions? Think about it. Water is everywhere. It flows through rivers, falls from the sky, runs through our bodies, and even carves mountains. But here's the thing, water isn't just a liquid, it's a teacher. It shows us strength, patience, and how to flow through life's challenges. I'm Ananya, and today I want to share how thinking like water has completely changed the way I see life. Let's kick things off with a little imagination. Picture this, the water you drank this morning might have once flowed through the Amazon River, been a part of the Himalayan glacier, even splashed on some ancient king's face. Wild, right? A single drop of water has traveled more than any of us ever will, with no passport required. But water doesn't just travel, it transforms. It moves with purpose, adapts without resistance, and over time, it shapes the hardest stone. Think about that. Something so soft, so unassuming can literally carve through mountains. Let me share a moment that helped me understand this better. But water doesn't just travel, it transforms. It moves with purpose, adapts without resistance, and over time, it shapes the hardest stone. Think about that. Something so soft, so unassuming can literally carve through mountains. Let me share a moment that helped me understand this better. I was sitting by a beach recently watching the waves crash against the shore. No drama, no hurry, just the waves crashing, retreating, and sparkling under the sun. And it hit me. Water doesn't just stress about hitting rocks, it doesn't stop to complain. It just finds a way around and keeps flowing. Why was I stressing about every little obstacle when life could be well more like that? Here's another moment that changed my perspective. One evening, I spilled water over my desk and I noticed how it adapted instantly, filling every little corner. It didn't resist, it adjusted. That's when I remembered a line from the Tao Te Ching. The highest good is like water. It nourishes all things without even trying to do so. Without trying, yes. When was the last time we didn't try to overachieve, overthink, or overplan? I used to be that way, chasing perfect grades, trying to impress everybody, stressing on every little aspect. But water taught me that sometimes less effort is more impactful. Here's what I have learned from water: humility, harmony, and openness. Let me ask you, have you ever felt that you need to be the best at everything? I did. I thought being on top of the class or being the most liked one was the only way to matter. But water taught me something different. It doesn't shout or demand. It flows quietly into the lowest places, humble yet powerful. And here's the real magic. Water lets go. When a river meets ocean, it doesn't cling to being a part of a river. It becomes a part of something vast and powerful. Letting go is not giving up. It is trusting that all things will flow that the way they're meant to be. And what's incredible is how these three traits, humility, harmony, and openness, come together to form H2O, just the water molecule. When these three traits combine, they create something powerful, life giving, and transformative. So, whenever life feels overwhelming, whether it's school, friendships, or just figuring things out, ask yourself, am I flowing like water or stuck fighting a current? Sometimes letting go is the key to moving forward. So, here's your challenge. Next time you take a sip of water, pause and reflect on this journey. Let it remind you of your own ability to adapt and transform. Let's live like water, strong yet humble, adaptable yet purposeful. After all, the smallest drop can create the biggest ripple. Water has this ancient rhythm, a heartbeat in every drop. And maybe, just maybe, if we learn to tune that rhythm right, we'll find that life flows a bit easier. Thank you. And maybe, just maybe, if we learn to tune that rhythm right, we'll find that life flows just a bit easier. Thank you.